Well, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I do the best I can, damn it. I don't know what that was, but it stopped. So there we go. And I was like, well, at least I'm here. I can fix it. Hi, everybody. Lisa Fry, My Mystical Life. Technical moron. Struggling with my electronics first thing in the morning. So good morning. Good morning. I love you. Good morning. Okay, here we are. Oh, Lord day. Good morning, Shuli. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Shannon91 and Nicole. How? Jesse Cheek. Jesse, I need to message you. I had a brain meltdown and I remembered something. Okay, that's good. Okay. All right. I'm sold. The first step, I'm on it. This is up. Oh, hell's bells. It's raining out there. It just broke loose. Good morning, Haley. This is up. It's from up north. It's a dark cherry coffee. Oh my God. It's so good. It just broke. The clouds just broke out there, which is good. We need the rain. Our corn is crinkling up. Our corn is rolling. Rolling. Keep your doggies rolling. Okay, here we go. I know I have your number. I forgot something. Did you realize I forgot something? Did you realize I forgot something? Or did you tell me to forget something and I forgot? You told me to forget something. Like, have I lost you? Not raining in defiance? Yet, Teresa. We are slated for rain, which is what we need, really. We need some rain. I was out mowing last night and I noticed between the horse fences, they're 10-foot fences, spaced. There is like a fault line between each of the fence posts. I'm like, we need some rain. I'm so glad you're here too, Haley. Good morning. Okay, onward. Let's jump into this morning. We definitely need the rain. Good morning, Ashley. Ashley's at work. I've been making headway on those bracelets. Can you tell, Ashley? Good morning, Chris. So we have had, and I mean so far, I put in 500 bracelets. I think I got it. I forgot to until like 8. You and me both, girl. It must have meant to happen that way this month. It must have been. Bazelle, good morning. You need some corn chowder right now, yummy. Where'd that come from? Okay. So America, good morning. America Montes, America. And I know TikTok is working, so I can see that. That's good. Probably. Am I live? I don't know. Am I live? Because I'm so confused now. Let me turn off my hotspot. Hello? Hello? Oh my God. I've been outside. Can you tell? Oh my gosh. There we are. I even shut this down, backed out of it, a whole 9 yards. It didn't care. Ow, son of a monkey. So here we are. We're back. I shut this down because I ran out of internet. The internet shut off. Here we are. Shit. But I had a gutter off. So I thought, well, I'm not online, so I'm going to run outside. I'm soaked. I'm soaked, I say. Okay, here we are. Good morning. I'm back. It's like a bad rerun. Okay. But we do need the rain, so I'm all happy about it. So I ran into, we went to what's called Pickers Paradise here in Toledo, or not in Toledo, in Ohio. And I ran into a fellow crystal seller, and I bought some really cute crystals. So even as crystal sellers ourselves, we still find things, we go places and tour around other crystal stores, and we generally purchase when we're there because it's all about supporting, like, the small business. And I found the cutest. Oh my God, they were so cute. And it's the first, I guess I've met this girl before. She's been in, but she's like, I said, oh, it's so good to see you again. And she's like, is it really? And I'm like, yeah, why? I don't know. But anyways, weirdness. But the cutest orchid agate mushroom. So I bought me a mushy, which I don't usually do. I'm not a huge mushroom person, but at the moment I felt like I needed some Tiffany stone. So I bought a really cute piece of Tiffany stone. So because I need more crystals, right? Don't we all need more crystals? I didn't even know this was sitting on my desk. Where did this come from? Moldavite on my desk, whatever. It's a big piece of moldavite. Anyways, if we got moldavite before moldavite was cool, we should have bought a bunch of moldavite before moldavite. It would have been like better than playing the stock market. Anyhow, we're back. I'm kind of monologuing to make sure that I'm still live. And I am. Okay. So we have something coming up. We have a couple things coming up. Actually, screw it. I'm just going to talk about it. Jesse, should I just talk about it? Because I've already got the date. I just have to give the check. Should I just talk about it and start, like, we're going to have so much fun? We have two things coming up. We have, I'm live. Okay. Not Memorex. We have Savannah. No, we're not going to Savannah this year. We're not going to Savannah. We're going to Sedona. We have had requests to go to Sedona and meet in Sedona for quite a while, a couple years. I love the turquoise necklace you made. I made a bunch of them, Paula. I think I know. Is it the one that looks like a purse? After we have our inventory done, I'm going back to my jewelry. I've been fiending to go to my jewelry desk, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Anyway, so we're going to Sedona. We're going to have a blast. We're there from September 11th through September 15th. We only have a couple spots left in the Airbnb. If you don't want to go to the hike, to the vortexes, get in the heated swimming pool. Make a vacation about it. I don't care. Nobody judges. We have a good time. But we are going to be there. We have a heated swimming pool, big, beautiful Airbnb. Grab a friend. Come on out. The one on Crystal Live. I did the dragon in copper and bronze or brass. The turquoise necklace. The turquoise necklace. I'd have to look at it. I have to go see what I did. And then, so Sedona is going to be a blast. We have it incredibly affordable. I think it's like $650, like for the whole weekend. You have to get yourself there, right? But we are going to have so much fun. We're talking to extraterrestrials, lots of different things. And you're going with a bunch of intuitives. So what isn't fun about it? You need a vacation. You know you do. Everybody does. Anyway, so that's Sedona. You can find that on My Mystical Life for the Mystical Moons, which where's my little banner thingy? See, look, I got all discombobulated and all my stuff disappeared. Where is it? Is that it? Well, that's one of them. Where's the others? Hell, I don't know. Where are they? Nope. Nope. Fine. Fine. Whatever. So we have a bunch of stuff going on. And that area. Oh, let me come back over here. Because now I've messed all my stuff up because I touch buttons. Now, if you guys are new, I see a lot of TikTok people like, how do we get a reading? So when I'm going to start reading in a minute, I swear I am. But we kind of laugh and we have a good time. It's about raising vibrations as much as it is asking things. And so that's going to be happening in a minute. And when I do readings, I ask for a whoop whoop. That's just to let me know who's in the room, just so I can see who's here, because a lot of people filter through. A lot of people, guys, like a lot, hundreds filter through on TikTok. It's crazy. So just hold. Don't go nowhere. Jacqueline from Glasgow, how are you? Good morning. Lovely day. Okay, so we have another thing going on. We have another thing, and you guys get the spoilers. How's that? You guys want spoilers? You want to drink the tea with me? Who said that the other day? Was it you, Jesse? I'm like, what are you talking about drinking tea? Was it you and Amanda? Let's talk over tea or something like that. Like, what the hell? Light in the world. I love your name. Good morning. You said it was 50. Can you add it to my stuff? I will look and see what it was in there, and I will add it to your stuff. Because it occurs to me I didn't send out those invoices. I don't think I did. Man, no, Sam said I did. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna talk tea. We're gonna talk tea. Okay, good morning. So this is what's going on. Woohoo! Good morning. How's your house going, Jansen? So we're gonna spill the tea this morning. We're gonna spill the tea. The tea is we have a big event coming to Northwest Ohio, and we have events that we have metaphysical fairs that circulate around, right? And we have done a lot of them ourselves. We have traveled the country doing metaphysical fairs. We've been out to Denver. We've been to Raleigh and Florida and all over the world, not all over the world, but all over the country doing vendor fairs, right? So I think that we have a really good idea of what we like and what we don't like about vendor fairs. I'm so excited too, Jesse. I really, really am. I have the webpage ready. The webpage is out there. The webpage is out there. And as a matter of fact, there's a Facebook page too. If you look up innerpeaceexpo.com, you'll find the webpage. And Jesse, I feel free to go over through that webpage and let me know what you see and what you don't see. And Jesse and Jansen, whoever, what you like and what you don't like about the webpage, let me know, because I'm still tweaking because I'm a perfectionist. But Northwest Ohio, there's been some things about some expos that I've attended that I didn't care for, like grumpy people. I don't like grumpy people. Okay, don't get me wrong. I can be grumpy, but I want to create an experience. So I'll tell you where the name came from. I'll tell you where the name came, because I don't think I shared that with everybody. Because I have a small group of people that I was talking about this with, and we were hashing out ideas. We were trying to put together a name that would ring with us. And it was really difficult, like really difficult. We went through hundreds and hundreds of names. And Sam and I are sitting on the couch in the evening, and him and I, we have this rapport. I mean, my husband and I were just like, and he sat next to me and he giggled and he went, inner peace. And we're always trying to find inner peace, right? And it just takes you right to Kung Fu Panda, where we're just struggling for inner peace. But God bless America, sometimes it's so hard to get. So I was laughing, he was laughing, and I went, that is perfect. That is perfect, because we are imperfect. We are imperfect. Absolutely. I will throw myself under the bus all day long and tell you I got some issues. Okay. I'm over OCD. I am a workaholic. I have these things that are not perfect. And I'm always looking for that inner peace. So Sam and I are like, oh my God, that's the name. And it's Inner Peace Expo, not because we're perfect and peaceful, but because we're not. And I just love the name. So that's what we went with, was the Inner Peace Expo. It's actually the Inner Peace Metaphysical Expo, but if you're searching it on the webpage, that's what it is. So we are bringing a metaphysical expo to Napoleon, Ohio, which seems so weird to bring it to Napoleon, Ohio, but we are centrally located between Toledo, Lima, Fort Wayne, and whatever's in Michigan. Whatever's in Michigan. And so the reason we're doing it, we need that light in our area. We need some peace in our area. We need some uplifting energy in our area. So we're going to bring it to us. And I think I know it's going to be 100% a success, because light goes where it's needed. And that's where, it's not that we're negative there, and it's not that we're deficient in anything there, but we can add always, right? We can always add. So, and they have this brand new expo center at the Henry County Fairgrounds. And we went, let's do it. Let's do it there. I don't want to half-ass it someplace. Let's do it. Let's do it right. And let's do it like we've been doing it a decade. So we're taking the things that we love about some of the expos we have been in and removing some of the things we didn't like. And we are blending it into what we hope to be a peaceful, wonderful experience for not only people attending, but for the people that are participating. So for the volunteers, we'll be accepting volunteers. So for the volunteers and the vendors, we want community. We want you to step away from this and go, holy crap, I feel like I've made a bunch of friends. You like the logo? That took a long time too. Thank you. Light goes where it's needed. I need to write that down. I need to write it down. It's a Lisa-ism. So that is what we have going on. Of course, tickets are not on sale yet because it's next March. But we have to pre-plan things like this. There's a lot of things that go on in the background to create a magical experience. And that's what we want, is a magical experience. So we have a wide range of people we're going to be tapping on to bring this together. Anyhow, that's what we have going on. There's the tea, you guys. You guys get the inner thing, because I haven't really put it on the internet yet. Is this recorded? No, it's not recorded. I know I sound good enough to be recorded, Lori, Lolly, but no. It's live. It's live. It sounded like I was doing a commercial, right? That's me and slipping into my business sounds. Anyways, here we are. You like it so far, Jesse? It doesn't sound like, I know, but no, we are. That's my business sound. I absolutely have a business mode. So when I go to expos, or even when I did the cruise, I was the featured speaker on a cruise last year, and I went and I had no class prepared. I just went, you know what? Jen from Delaware, good morning. So I just go in, and when I slip into my business mode, things just take over, and there we go. By the way, for the expo, for the cruise, what we did was, it wasn't auric viewing. What did we do? We did spirit guide viewing. You want to talk about a lot of fun? You freak some people out. Step beyond the aura and start looking at the spirit guides, and people just go, holy shit, there it is. Because everybody that was sitting in that classroom saw light beings. It was so cool. You raise the vibration, amazing things happen. Okay. The other thing we have going on next month is we have Reiki level 1, and I believe it's on the 9th. You can take it online or in person. You can take it online or in person. So you can find that on our events on the Mystical Moons. All right, here we go. Let's do it. That's me talking. You love my cup? This is my 24-ounce day starter. Okay, this is my day starter. There we go. Okay, moving on. So when I'm calling for a person to read, I don't have a list. If you're new to the feed, I do not have a list. And I am not only on TikTok, because I have a whole separate line for TikTok, you guys. There are 2 different chat sections. So I have TikTok, and then I have everybody else. So we're going to like 6 or 7 different places. So please be patient. I don't have a list, but when I call for the whoop whoop, that's when I will check to see who's in the room. And my guides and your guides go, this person needs a reading. Let's do that. Okay. So give me a whoop whoop. Good morning. Good morning. I love you. Good morning. Melissa Goings, how are you? Good morning. I have lag, tremendous lag this morning. We just had a huge storm go through. The ducks are all in the yard, in the front yard, in the driveway. Bastards. And you can hear the peacocks in the background. Noisy little critters. There are disco chickens. I'll go with Lisa Red. Lisa Red, ooh, girl. What you got going on? How am I supposed to know what that means? Circle dots. Circle dots. What am I? What? No, I wrote it, so I should know, but I don't know. Okay. Lisa Red. Lisa Red. I love that there's so many people on TikTok. I invite you to invite your friends and share to groups and stuff like that. That's all my advertising crap. Okay, here we go. Lisa Red. Lisa Red, you need a little bit of love this morning. So I'm going to go here. This is my absolute. We get the geese with the water. Morning, Mr. Fry, Mr. Fry, Mr. Fry. Lisa Red, I feel like you need a little bit of an uplifting energy today. There's some truths in the background you need to know, but they're like, first, let's bring some peace and uplifting energy to your area. They're talking about, good morning, Heather Johns. They're talking about how you go through life and how you need to kind of push that energy out a little bit more. They're also wanting you to be a little bit more flexible. The little colored dots we use in crystals at the shop, maybe actually, I don't know. I don't even know. They're talking, Lisa, about you being just a little bit more flexible, seeing some other people's sides of things. This deck, by the way, I highly encourage for anybody that is either looking to start doing readings or they do readings and they're looking for that one kind of deck that really gives that uplifting message. And this is not a plug, by the way, either. It is. I get nothing from this unless somebody wants to let Jody Bergsman know. But the Magical Times Empowerment cards, I have been using these for close to 10 years. This is my deck that is close to 10 years old. I love these cards. They're my favorites. But Lisa Red, they're talking about you being more flexible, seeing things from other people's perspectives is going. It was your first deck, Heather? I love them. They're great. Seeing things from other people's perspectives and finding joy in their accomplishments and their achievements. That is so important. Seeing and sitting with somebody that is creating new things and finding joy in their accomplishments. Bye, baby. Talk to you later. Love you. He has to go muggle. That's really important. And be like in it. Like be in it and be like, oh my gosh, this is great. Have some passion for them because it's really, really important that they feel that they're doing a good job. They want you to be able to see a little bit differently for them because maybe it wouldn't have been the way you did it or you would have done it, but that's okay too. That's all right. Because as you're doing this, as you're helping somebody see something that they're doing great, You're helping them create a new vision for themselves. This has a trickle effect into your life. This will have a trickle effect into your life. So it's like being somebody's support system and saying, damn it, you got this. You're doing a great job. Right? And then approach everything with humor. And what this card means to me for this particular situation, let me get in there, is find the joy in it, find the fun in it, laugh a lot, raise the energy through laughter. And all of a sudden, prosperity is going to start flowing into your life and this other person's life in such a way that you are just going to have your hair blown back. They're gonna, and as I'm saying this, my guide, and his only job is he comes in from out of the shadows and he goes like this, money. And then he backs back out quietly. That's his only job. And that lets me know that somebody is going to do well financially. So they're like, you're going to help somebody create something that is going to create financial gain, but so much love and joy as well. And I'm supposed to pull you a card here. Are you still with me here, Lisa Red? I haven't seen your comment. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to see things. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to step out of our own box and see things from somebody else's perspective, because we get so entrenched in our subconscious that it's just normal for us to do our thing, right? And this is the validation, the Empress taking charge of that energy and being like, we got it. We got this. We are good. We're there. Wonderful. Awesome. Great, great, great. She's still here. Because the fruits of your labors are going to be rewarded. If this has not happened yet, don't worry about it. Since you're light in the world, right? You're light in the world as well. You know, energies, they come around when the time is right. Lolly K says, how are you channeling for her if you don't feel her energy? I'm generally curious. No, I'm going to read. I picked her energy up at the very beginning. So I'm going to read no matter what. If she's there, she's there. But they usually come on and they say, yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Just because they may not be here now doesn't mean I didn't pick up on their energy in the beginning. That's a good question though, Lolly. It really is. Just because they go offline doesn't mean I didn't create a connection. It's all good. It's all good. Onward. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? That's a great question though. Light in the world. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm always willing to answer a question. Sometimes we turn into more of an intuitive teaching session than anything else, but I like questions like that. Like, how does this work? Why does that work? This is something everybody can do. Everybody can do this. It's a matter of figuring out how to do it, right? So I love the questions. Absolutely. I'm going with, oh no, it takes a lot to irritate me, Lolly. Unless you're married to me. And then, okay. Makes me learn more as I move forward learning about my skills. Good, Jen. Awesome. That's what we are here for. Thank you for the reading. It was very informative. I hope so, Lisa. If it hasn't happened yet, don't worry. It will. And you'll be like, oh shit, that's what Lisa talked about. I've had people come back years later and be like, okay, I need another reading because everything played out. And, I'm just a channel. It's what your guides are good at. My guides are good at. They're good at getting the message through to me so that I can understand it to be able to pass it along. This is nothing that people can't do. It's just understanding the language of the spirit world. That's all. That's it. Okay, moving on. I'm good. I already see who I'm going with. Lori Ann Crafts, and I can't see the rest of it. I do see an I. How are you? Loriana. Oh, I like that. Loriana. Even if you ignore them. Yep. They're always giving us messages. We're never here alone. They're always giving us messages, even if we're ignoring them. Gotcha. Okay. Yay! she's like, I'm here. Don't go nowhere. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. So I really feel like I need to sit here for a second, Loriana, and think, because there's some things. Okay, I got you. Thank you. Stop. There's some things. You're welcome from London, Jan. There are some things you need to be talking about. You need to be. I feel stifled. I feel like if I was to talk about stuff, like if I was to talk really fast. Now, when I read, I talk really fast because I'm doing a lot of channeling of information. I'm trying to bring a bunch of information across. And if I'm not fast enough, I feel like I'm missing stuff. So I do talk a lot really fast. And if I'm straight ass channeling, good luck, everybody. But Loriana, I feel like you have something you need to talk about. It's between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. And they're like, it just needs to come out. If you feel stifled, if you feel as if you're not as important as somebody else, or maybe they don't feel like you're as important as you think you should be, then maybe it's time to have a discussion, because there's some disconnect here. There's some disconnect that says, but if I say something, I'm ignored. If I go to talk, someone talks over me. I don't have the voice that I feel like I should have. Not that you are shy, or not that you are, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are things you need to be able to talk about, and you need to be able to say. And don't let yourself feel like a second-class citizen, okay? Don't let my favorite is when I'm talking and someone's like, ah, and then they just run right over me, and then 20 minutes later come up and go, oh, were you saying something? Now I can talk. I have no throat chakra problems here, right? But she's like, yes, okay, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on now from that, because they're like, and it's something you're hearing. Like there's something like auditory that you should be not paying attention to. Like, don't, haters gonna hate, kind of thing. So yeah. Larry says, I love how you don't need to use cards or for someone to be priced about the question. No, yeah. So Lolly, I don't consider myself a fortune teller, right? I'm not a fortune teller. I am somebody that's going to tell you what your spirit needs to know to move forward in life. Like, that's why I don't answer questions in here. And you'll notice in the feed, I don't get a lot anymore, because I ignore them enough. Because it doesn't, what you think you know isn't always it. It's not always it. Cards are a tool. That's it. And we're raining again. So if I drop out, that's what's going on. Okay. Ooh, disempowerment. Oh my goodness. Good googly moogly. I hope I don't drop out of power here, Loriana. Oh, they're talking about feeling disempowered. They're talking about the enchantment is gone. Like the enchantment is gone for something in life. They're like, it's just not as beautiful to you anymore. They're like, the mystery is missing. The mystery is missing. It's time to break out of your own damn shell and start moving forward. You have to be the one to stand up. Oh, look at this. I should be ashamed of myself by now. Block user on YouTube. And then we'll block them on here. There we go. Bye now. Bye-bye. Anyways, it's time to break out of your own shell in regards to the situation that I'm talking about, and start to find the joy again. Start to find the joy again. It's just, whatever it is, it's not communicating well for you. It's not feeling a feeling of joy. Oh, it's a snap thing. Snap. Wait, where did my comments go? Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, there. Okay. Moving on. One more card. Feeling connected. First, you have to connect with yourself and figure out what you like and what you don't like in this life. Who are you? Oh, that's what they want to know. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Because, and this is for Loriana, you guys, Although it's a great question for everybody. Do you know who you are? Without saying mom, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, wife, blah, 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 right? Who are you? What do you like? What do you dislike? What are the things that rattle you? Discover what that is. Discover what that is and start living that life. That's your question all the time. Malike, who are you? Yeah. It's hard to do. I know, good question to think about. Very difficult, right, Jen? Because it's hard without a descriptive word for us. Like on a soul level, who are you? What do you do? What do you like? Write it down. No, really. Start a journal with it. All about me. All about me. It's okay. It's not ego, you guys. It's starting your story. It's self-discovery. Right, Melissa? Yeah. Okay, moving on. I hope that's helpful, Loriana. I appreciate everybody. Good morning, everybody. So we are on TikTok. We are on a couple different YouTubes. We are on a couple different Facebooks. So we're a little bit of all over the place. So we're literally a byproduct of our environment in this moment. We absolutely are, 100%. We get lost. I'm reading comments. We get lost in the hustle of everyday life of responsibility, 100% there as well. Kind of changes over time, and allowing growth and setbacks is sometimes hard to remind ourselves. We learn within the storm. You guys, people are like, oh, life is so hard. Well, look how much you're learning. Don't look at it as hard. Look at it as discovery. We're doing a discovery session today. Okay. Absolutely. Okay, moving on. Oh, hell. Who's that card for? Okay. Can I have whoop whoop? Hey, man. Amen. Okay. Can I have a whoop whoop in the room? I know it's going to be on that side. Okay. Hi, Penny. Good morning, Mary R. Good morning. Let's see. I'm going with Jacqueline. Jacqueline McIlroy. McIlroy. Yeah, McIlroy. Okay. Jacqueline McIlroy. That's so funny. I've never had that one before. Sorry, conference call. No. Jacqueline, you are such a star seed. That was so funny because I was like, is that somewhere over the rainbow? No, it's not. It's Star Wars. I have never had a spirit guide come across with Star Wars before. That's fabulous. I love it. I love it. I like Star Wars. You can't take me to trivia on it because I'm gonna fail. But I do. We are, we are a sci-fi kind of family. But you're very welcome, Chelsea. It is. You're right. Smiling is contagious. Smile at a stranger just like maniacally, and you'd be surprised at how quickly that spreads. Like that crazy ass lady back there. Oh, what the hell's wrong? Okay. Okay, Jacqueline. It's time. Ooh, it's time to let go. And she's like, "Oh, thanks." It's time to let go of some of the struggles. Some of the struggles of not feeling like you're where you should be. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are, your footprints make a difference. Do you know that? Oh, no worry, Loriana. Oh, TikTok doesn't post these. So, Loriana, if you had, since you had to go to, people came into your office, if you go to our Facebook page, this will be a full recording on the Facebook page. So you can go to My Mystical Life or the Mystical Moons, like right down here. And you can watch the full recording if you missed anything. Okay. My mom used to say, smile and the world smiles with you. They do. Absolutely. But I need you to know that your footprints make a difference, Jacqueline. They make a difference. People seem shocked by random kindness, right, Sherry Miller? It is. They do. They do. Open the door for somebody and just smile at them nowadays. And they're like, what the hell? Anyways, stay between the lines. Jacqueline, the things you've come here to do, and I never talk about life purpose, you guys, because it always changes. People are like, what's my life purpose? I'm like, it doesn't matter because when you reach it, they move the goalpost. So your life purpose though, Jacqueline, is you haven't quite hit it yet. It might feel as if you have this I'm missing something feeling. Like, I don't understand. Oh, really? Yeah, Lally. Why come here for just one thing? Why come here for one thing and then attain it and then feel bereft because you've met your goal? We're always here to learn. Be a whole waste of a human experience to just learn the one thing. What if you met your life experience, your purpose right out the gate, like within the first 5 years? But you've already learned so much. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So Jacqueline, the thing that they're showing me is kind of like this black hole of I don't know what I need. I don't know what I want. I just don't feel fulfilled in all the things that I want to feel fulfilled in. You're a very, they use the word organic healer. I would have said natural healer, but you guys are like, nope, organic. You're a very organic healer, which means you would have that ability to comfort other people, just by your mere presence. And it's because of your vibration. It's because, oh, I understand that. Thank you so much. It's because you roll out of vibration. It's just a lot. So pay attention to that because they're saying not only do you have that feeling of yearning and longing and trying to do more, and you have this organic healing feeling, but also can be toxic. I know, Lisa's so mean. But what I mean is if you're in a bad mood, you can spread the bad mood. If you're depressed, you can spread that. You need to pay attention. I will answer that, Nikki Mamie, in just a minute. And this is part of being an empath. And you're a huge empath. So you're picking up a lot of other people's garbage. Please, starseeds are famous for this. Pay attention to that because the garbage that you pick up may not necessarily be yours, but you may walk around and carrying it and holding it, and then you start pushing it out to everybody else, and then you're spreading everybody else's shit everywhere. So pay attention to your energy. It is, yeah, it's being an empath. Pay attention to your energy, Jacqueline. It is so, so important. Don't get involved in other people's drama. Stay out of other people's drama because if you don't, you're going to be spiraling just with them. Right? So pay attention to that. It's so important for you. And they talk about you. So I have one scene they show me that I can tell where people are going in life at the moment. And it is, I get to see you walking away from me on a beach in the sunset. And when I see this person walk away from me, I see their footprints, and I know it's very much like the footprints in the sand poem, right? But I see the footprints in the sand, and the sand fills up with things, and it's filling up with all this beautiful green grass, which to me means you need to be grounding. You need to be in nature a little bit more. You need to let go of people's shit. She says, I try to stay positive. I try to help others as much as I can, and drama seems to find me. Okay. So, you're not, this is so counterintuitive, you guys. This is so counterintuitive, and I'm sorry. It's just going to sound horrible. Quit helping other people so much. You have to take care of yourself first. Take care of you and your own first. That is the way it is. When you're helping other people, you're like, how can I help you? Tell me what's wrong. Is drama finding you Or are you looking out there to help people and they are in the most dire situation and it comes to you because of that? I know that's a horrible thing to say, but that's what your guides are talking about. They're like, when you raise your vibration, when you bring in you have your energy here and you keep other people out of your damn energy, your energy will rise. But when you keep pulling other people's crap to you, I'm so sorry. And I know that sounds horrible. It really, really does. But this is also a life lesson I had to learn. Right? So when you keep doing that, you become a magnet. You become a magnet. Yeah. Lolly says they don't even help back nor care to, although I understand we don't do it to expect it. Right. We don't do it to expect it. But what happens is they step into our energy and then they're like energy vampires. And pretty soon we're wiped out, either financially or emotionally. So I'm really sorry to say that, but you have to set better boundaries. Your boundaries are your energy is too much of a lighthouse to just have open borders like that. You need to set some boundaries and then stick to it, because that's a drain on you. It's a drain. And being that healer energy that pushes that out, whoo, pushes the drama out or pushes the high vibe out. Which one do you want to do? So it's time to start riding ranch on your own energy first and foremost, and then move on to be somebody that helps with boundaries. Sorry. I am sorry. I really am sorry, because it's within us to want to help other people, but we also don't want to be a doormat. Okay. Hope that helps. Okay. I know she's like, what the shit? Look, I was on a metaphysical cruise one time, and this trans mediumship was doing readings for everybody in the room. Okay. And I was so excited because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I get to talk to this energy from the other side. It's great. I now do trans mediumship because of this guy, because I thought it was fascinating. Right. But I'm sitting in the audience and they do like 30 people, well, maybe 10 people. And then they come to my husband and he got this really great reading. And then they came to me. The guy's talking and this energy speaking to him, and the energy goes, you, my dear. I shit you not, this is what happened. You, my dear, have no problem coming off the porch and beating somebody with the flip-flop of spirituality. I went, what the hell? Everybody else got all these fluffy readings and I come off like the spiritual freaking gangster? What the hell? Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. I really was. I was like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. My husband laughs his ass off to that still. Good morning, down at Culver House. Mm-hmm. Always protect yourself first, and every day ask before going out for protection. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gen X psychic mom vibes. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Clarity with Deanna, that is so perfect. It is. Oh God. Honestly, I am at 100% Gen X, raised just like you see online, like absolutely feral. It's true. It's true. It's true. Except I had a horse and I was out on the horse until after dark. And every once in a while come stumbling home being drugged by the horse or whatever. My mom's just like, oh God, just make sure you take a bath. He humbled me into finding my own spiritual path in a hilarious way. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's important to be humble when you're doing this, you guys, because guess what? This is not us. We are just a vessel. We are just we are just the mouthpiece. We're the microphone. That's it. That is it. We're the microphone. We're nothing spectacular. And intuitive is just somebody that figured it out. That's it. That's it. Heather Johnson is a feral generation too. We need t-shirts. Screw that. We need medals. Okay, so somebody asked me how old I was when I figured that I was able to do this. So I was 38. I am now 54. Uh, it has been a incredible, incredible couple of years. uh, and what I can tell people is this: don't pin your hopes on one thing. Spirit always does what it wants to do. Never argue with your guides because you're never going to win. Um, let's see what else. And be humble. Spread love. Mm, laugh a lot. Mm, it's a really cool thing. So if you're interested in learning how to do this, I need to activate an online class. I feel the need to activate an online class. I haven't announced it yet. If you guys are interested, go to my webpage, sign up on the webpage. And I know that sounds like a ploy. It isn't. It's just the best way you're going to get a hold of me, or on Facebook, on messages. But it is an amazing way to shift life. When I started this, I was very depressed and I was suicidal and I was not doing well. And it shifted my life. Absolutely. Yeah, that's another one. Good one. Heather says, don't force anything, let it flow naturally. So this is a good thing. If you guys are an intuitive, what is your advice? What is your advice for the people that are interested in working infinitely like this? I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I don't have all the answers. I can get you started, but I don't have all the answers. And I don't want them either, by the way, because that to me says checkout time. I've already had 2 instances in this lifetime where I've had spirit come to me and say, you've set this up as a predestined checkout time. Would you like to check out? And I'm not talking a near-death experience. Like, I actually had an energy. I was sitting there holding my granddaughter. It was during the solar eclipse we had a couple of years ago. And she's on the desk. I've seen a solar eclipse before. So I was like, everybody go out front. It's great. Go look at it. And I was sitting there and I actually had time slow down. And somebody said, this is a predestined checkout time. Would you like to check out now? And it was so peaceful and it was so calm. And I was like, huh, do I wanna? I was thinking about it. Do I wanna? I could leave right now. And then I thought, if I leave right now, my granddaughter will fall to the floor. And my husband, whom is my twin flame and love of my life, would walk back into the store, find our granddaughter on the floor, Henry crying, and me on the ground. Do I want to do that? And decided no. And then I had another instance a couple weeks ago while I was driving. I'm like, I said no. Anyways, it's an amazing journey. I had to walk to offer 3 years ago. I had to walk to offer 3 years ago. Really? Let it flow, relax. That's a great one, right? You have to relax into this. You have to relax. Clarity says I was 25 with no guidance back in 1987, right? Right? Oh my gosh. You were 25 in 1987. So I would imagine that it was pretty dry well back then. Pretty, not a lot of teachers. Do you offer one-on-one guidance to communicate with your spirit guides? I do readings, Chelsea. And I just had somebody tell me that I'm booked for 6 months, which doesn't sound right to me. On my webpage, you can book readings, so I have to go check that. But um, it's yeah. Are you talking about a direct line of communication with a? Oh, I could do that. Look at me, like that's interesting. I'm like, oh, I could do that. With your spirit guides. I'm sorry. With your spirit guides, one-on-one like that, with a little bit of attention to it, I probably could. Um, you had that feeling right after your twins. Yeah, I was so relaxed. Time slowed down, and I was like, That's beautiful. It was the most peaceful feeling in my life, you guys. But when I said, I don't think I'm ready for that right now, everything went zoop and went right back into regular time. It was so crazy. So crazy. Melissa Goins says, I usually find myself following my instincts, your gut instincts, your intuition, right? Absolutely. Teresa, yeah, I'm going to look at that. You're the one that said something. Hi, Lisa. Attention, patience, and willingness to learn. Oh, willingness to listen. Willingness to listen is another one. Jesse says, trust your gut and go with it. The best messages happen when you aren't even trying. Absolutely. Right, Danielle? The most calm. I would have expected to have been in a panic. I would have expected to have been in a panic. They didn't say how you're going to die or anything like that. They just said, it's your time. You could check out right now if you want. And I was like, did I miss something? Heather says, I need to say you're shining again. It's great to see you falling back into your own power. Much love. I love you, Heather. So I was overworked for a long time. We ran an online membership and it became too political, too stressful online. So we had to close the membership after 6 years. It was a psychic development membership. So I am no newbie when it comes to teaching other people. We had over 1,000 people, believe it or not, Heather, go through our membership, which was impressive and humbling all in one. And so I'm not new to teaching other people how to do this. I just had to take a step back because I'm a little bit obsessive and a little bit of an overworker, and I just put so much into it that I lost myself. That's how we do that. Amanda Jane says, I joined a medium. I have to really stop reading these out loud because this is how I got banned off TikTok. So let me read this first. I know she's fine, but this is how I got banned off TikTok. Oh, yeah. Okay, so she said, this is so common. This is so common. Amanda Jane says, I joined a medium live on TikTok. The medium reckons he's the best medium and he's a millionaire. So I asked him to channel Tupac. He wasn't impressed with that. Amanda Jane. Good for him, right? Good for him. I'm glad he's a millionaire, and I'm glad he's a medium. But and I will say this. Every medium is a psychic, but not every psychic is a medium. Not everybody touches into or understands how to reach into the other side and work with a spirit and bring them across effectively. Okay, there's a difference between psychic and medium. They're two different things. It's two different energies. You have to be able to understand the differences and the feelings of that. But I like that he reckons he's the best medium. Because and then she says he's full of shite. Well, you know what? He thinks he's the best. And that's a big thing. It's a big trip up for a lot of intuitives is ego, right? Ego is a good thing. It keeps us alive. But when you are full of it, then it becomes a problem. Hello, Believe. Good morning. Good afternoon now. Like straight from the divine. So I do a thing called trance mediumship, you guys, where I can step aside and allow energies to directly speak through me. The one that mostly comes across is his name is Oz, or we call him his. He calls himself Oz, and beware of energy vampires. Absolutely. He comes across with really, really great information and answers to questions on a very large level. And I get to sit in the back room of my brain and listen. And I'm sitting over there going, we've also channeled, brought transmediumship, brought across. This one I found to be incredibly impressive because I was sitting in the back room and it was just cold. I felt it was a very cold, matter-of-fact person that came through, or individual or energy that came through, and it was a woman, and she was just matter-of-fact. And when she was done, She was done. It was amazing. It was a short. Do you remember this one, Heather Johns? It was a short reading. It was a short session. And when she was done, we were shut off. And that was it. And I was just like, what the hell? And it was Celine, the Titan Celine. Yeah, it was amazing. I have theories, my own theories on Titans and extraterrestrial gods and goddesses of all the pantheons. So, but we're not going to go into that. Hey, Autumn, how are you? So anyhow, that was amazing. Um, Haley says energy vampires are so real. Some aren't even aware that they are draining your energy. That is totally relevant there. People that are full of drama are energy vampires and they don't even know it. I've encountered one and she and I grew apart. She doesn't believe in my woo-woo, but she definitely drained me and I was physically ill and exhausted. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Chelsea says, so are you aware while you were being used as a microphone in festival and you remember after? Yes. So when I'm doing this, now when you do this for really, we're talking decades, you are just gone and you don't remember a thing. Myself personally, I choose to remember. So I kind of sit there and there's a process that goes into this. It's not just like home diggy diggy and I'm gone, right? So I will sit there and it takes me 5 minutes or so. And then with Oz in particular, my head starts to tilt back. And if you, I can catch myself if I go to sit and meditate where my head will start tilting back and, or if I'm sitting too long and I'm working on something, he'll try to come through with an answer and my head will start to go back and I catch myself because I'm like, no, we're not doing that today. But my head will tilt back and I have a neck thing, like I have military neck, so I can't tilt my head back too much. So I don't know if he does that on purpose or what. But kind of like that, but that's more mediumship, transmediumship that way. I'm working with galactic. Oh, I'm sorry. I was answering. Whoopi from Ghost is a picture I'm seeing right now. But I can sit in the back of, and that's like I actually have a room in my mind that I set in and I listen to what's going on. It's interesting. It's very interesting. That's what I can say about it. And Diana, you can message me anytime. You know that. How are you? Are you enjoying being a homeowner? Hmm. It's very cool, Lori. And what would a lot of people call it? They'd call it possession or something like that. But nah. I can come back anytime I want. But he's interesting. He's very chill. I should set up an evening to do it. I should. And we'll just do a live. I feel you must have the patience of a saint. Maybe that's what's keeping me from connecting. Does anyone from the other side ever come to get a message to someone? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Crystal. I find that I do better with a picture. So I'm finding that because we all have different strengths and weaknesses, right? So I'm finding that as I do like a gallery, because we'll do gallery mediumship at the store, when we're all done and I have volunteer energies that come across that want to give messages, look at me like, ugh. Oh, I'm sorry, Diana. Yeah, that's a problem. Get the home shield. For the first year, get a home shield insurance. So, but yeah, I like to work with a picture. Thank you, May. I do not drain myself for this. No, this is not my energy. This is me just working. That's it. I'm a channel, they're not using my energy. It's just a funnel. I feel you must have the patience of saying me. That's what's keeping me from connecting. Chelsea, how are you trying to connect? Look what we're talking about. We're doing a class, obviously. This is how this has been working. How are you trying to connect? What are you trying to do? And patience has nothing to do with it. I am not a patient person. Oh no. Ask my husband. He'll be like, I drive him nuts. nuts. Like the picture of the one we want to connect to. Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's interesting. I really like working with pictures. In nature with my own spiritual path, guides talking and trying to connect and open myself. Um, so I do something called shamanic journey, and I will find that if I lead a bunch of people through journey work, my brain does not slow down. My brain does not stop. Am I boring the shit out of people? My brain doesn't slow, my brain doesn't stop. So when I'm doing shamanic journey, I'm doing that I set a script for myself for meditation. So I say, okay, I'm going to go into my meditation. I'm going to start out in an open field. That field is going to be full of flowers. In the distance, I'm going to see maybe a pantheon that I can go visit, or a fire, a bonfire, or my sacred tree. And I'm going to go journey X, Y, Z. And then when I get there, I'm going to meet Ba. And then when I do that, I'm going to ask these questions. I'm going to ask questions because, do you do readings one-on-one? I absolutely do. You can, if you wait till a little bit after this, I will have readings set up online. For some reason, Teresa tells me that my readings are not. Oh, Teresa, are you looking for in-person readings or online readings? Because I haven't set up any in-person readings at the shop. So I will set up the series of what I want to start to do. Now, if I deviate from that course, I will follow that deviation. But I have a list of questions that I'm going to ask. One of the things people don't do is when they get to be in front of their guides, they don't ask the questions. I did it. Absolutely. When I started, I was like, my first question, right? What's our first question? Oh my God, there's this guide. I'm so excited. I'm fangirling right now. I don't know what to do. What's your name? We ask what their name is. And then we wait. And they may say, well, I'll give you a name. That's what happened the first time for me. They're like, I will give you a name. And I went, wait. Okay, Teresa, that would be accurate. I do have online readings set up online, but in person, I can set something up. I'll set one up for next month. My guide, I said, I'll give you a name. And I went, oh, but I want your name. I don't want just a name. They went, well, I'm not getting it. That's not important right now. I went, okay. I didn't know how to ask any more questions. I figured out the asking questions a little bit later. Where in the world am I? I'm in the United States, in Ohio. Very exciting. We're very exciting in Ohio. And so when I started to ask questions, I started to get more information. The more information I got, the more it became relevant in my muggle world. The more I started to journal, the more information I got in my spiritual world. So there's this connection between evidence that we're looking for information and what you do is when you get that information during a journey, you write it down and your guys go, oh shit, they're working. You're in Illinois. Where are you at in Illinois? We have traveled. Ohio is vanilla. We are so vanilla. So you guys, I did spill some tea earlier on something we have going on in Northwest Ohio. Of course, we have Sedona. We're going to do Sedona in September. But in March, we're going to be doing a metaphysical fair. We're going to do a metaphysical fair. Oh, Romeoville, I know where you're at. I know where you're at. You're not that far. You're not that far. You're like 5 hours away. Okay. I'm used to driving. Like 5 hours away. We my husband every once in a while works right there in Gary. So, you know. So so we're going to put on a metaphysical fair in March of next year of 2026, and we are going to do it in grand style. So we are going to have a blast. I know it's going to be epic. It is going to be epic. I'm not giving the dates yet because I haven't finalized all the little details yet. I do have the dates, but I'm not posting them here. But we are going to be welcoming all of our My Mystical Life family into the expo. We're going to be having a blast. We're just going to have so much fun. It's a weekend. You can camp there if you want, blah, blah, blah. All the things. Okay. I don't know, Nikki. She's like, how much is a reading? I don't know. It's on my webpage. Teresa, do you know the answer? I think it's like $45 for half an hour, I think. I'm not that pricey. Anyhow, but that's online and we do it through Zoom. It's a lot of fun. But I need to write it down. Maybe we'll go on a journey. Maybe we'll go a shamanic journey. We'll start off with that and maybe offer some classes. But we do have an online Reiki level 1 class coming up next month on the 9th. That is only open to 15 people, the Reiki level 1. And we also will be doing it in store as well. So it's going to be a hybrid class. These are a lot of fun, but if you are looking to really soar intuitively and you're trying to get that connections, the regular readings are half an hour before 5. Thank you, Teresa. If you're wanting to increase your awareness of energy, things like that, you can take a Reiki class. It's what I did to get that awareness and that validation, because our brain needs that validation. So Reiki level 1 starts next month. You'll find that as an event. Where else can you find that? Did I post that on my page? I don't know. Look at me. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where to tell you to find it. Let's go here. Oh, that ain't it. Wrong page. I have like 4 pages. Okay, try that one. That subscribe button is really annoying. I gotta fix that. Where can we find that? Oh, maybe under events. Is it under events? Look at me. I have no idea where shit is. Oh, there it is. So here it is. That's the link to the Reiki class. I have no idea what I'm doing. There are days. That is the link to the Reiki class. I think I sent it. Did I send it? Oh. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I never seen the event. I know. I can't figure out how to get rid of that hamburger. I've been trying to figure out how to get rid of that hamburger thing. I don't know. Do spirits just pop in or do you have to ask for them? It depends on what I'm doing. So if I will come on every once in a while and do just mediumship. So if I'm doing just mediumship, I will ask energies to come in that want to come in and let themselves be known to somebody. But most of the time, if I'm doing a reading for somebody, we'll ask for them to come in. Oh, here's Diana. I see her. She says, I can't decide if I want to go back to school and when classes start. I know decisions, right, Diana? So with that, I'm asking for some 2x therapy to give me a push. So where's my cards? Here we are. Somewhere. Oh, you're supposed to. Diana, go back to school. Bluebirds fly. Go back to school. I'm gonna pull my cards. Go back to school. They started showing me bluebirds for you. Do it. Okay. All right, so we'll do an example of that real quickly. So we're going to do a little bit of mediumship. Give me a whoop whoop. Let me know if you're in the room. Kimberly, hi. Okay, so what I'm going to do to activate chat. What is that? What was that? I don't know what that was. Okay. All right, this is just to let me know when you're in the room, right? Okay. It kind of just shoots the energy up in the room. So let's see, who are we going to pull across? All right, I have a woman. Oh, she shows me her. I don't come across with great Aunt Gertie died of heart attack, blah, 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 blah. I come across with memories, right? So if you're new here, welcome. And feel free to share, feel free to invite your friends, all those good things. Donna, I have been crushing on Vinny hard. Okay? I've been crushing on Vinny hard. I even know his name. This has nothing to do with the spiritual reading. And everything to do with Donna Culverhouse's blue Indian ringneck parakeet. Honestly. See, I pay attention. I'm lurking in the back. Okay. So I have a woman that's, they're such a sweet bird. They are such, them and Alexandrians, I found Alexandrians they're the larger version of them. They're so sweet as well, but I love that big beak. Anyhow, moving on. So I have an older woman. She wants to show herself. I will ask for validation in a little bit. So I'm going to give some information and you're going to be like, maybe I know who that is. But when I am ready, do not say anything. Do not type anything about who you think this is, please. Okay. I don't want anybody to feel like this is lead. That's why. But I'm going to ask who can take 100% of the information in a little bit. So hang on. There's a picture. There's a picture somewhere that somebody has that is somebody either graduated in the early 60s maybe. It's the photos that you see that they have. They're like a sepia, how you say it, kind of photo, and the women have the pearls on and they have the hair pretty. It was their senior picture and they were all dressed in probably a black top and they had the pearls on and they were just perfect. And it was what their version of perfect is. I also have to say that this person also lamented that they didn't look like that anymore. So they felt like that was their perfect time in life, and they might have a little bit of bitterness about aging. They really didn't want to age too much. And this person might have also, this is a woman obviously, might have had a problem with one of her hips. Maybe she had a little bit of soreness or maybe she broke it. I'm not quite sure. She just shows me her hip. She talks about looking up at the sky, looking up at the clouds. I don't know if she was missing somebody that had passed away or if it was her favorite pastime, because she's like, that cloud, wow, that cloud has significance. That's a beautiful thing. She was a dreamer. She really, really wanted more, but she didn't have the ability to make the more happen. So she might have been a little bit bitter about the things she didn't have in life. I know you think this is going to be all sunshine and flowers. And here I am having a person that's like, I wanted more from life and I wasn't able to do that. But why did she felt like there was something that stood in her path that she wasn't able to do it? She was smart. She was beautiful. She should have been able to move forward, but she didn't have, I feel like she even took some classes, but she didn't get where she wanted to be in life because, oh God, here it is, because she might have had children that she thought she couldn't leave the house now. Someone told her she had to stay home. She had to be the mom. She had to do the things. What is that? It's some kind of circle. What is that? It reminds me of a hoop dress, but I know maybe that's relevant to some kind of memory that there was some kind of hoop dress, like a big belle of the ball kind of dress that she might have worn, or maybe a cotillion kind of thing. But she talks about a blue car as well. She shows me a blue car. She's like, when life, do you remember when, what we did last summer? Do you remember when? And it's so funny because we were listening to this kind of music to get the tables to dance at this table tipping the other night. She felt magical at that time in her life. And as she aged, she probably got a little bit angrier. I also would say she probably took a drink every once in a while. Mediumship is not about the information I bring across so you go, oh my God, look what she brought across. It's about the message. So who can take 100% of what this person is, who this person is? Can anybody take 100% of who this is? This person is a woman from the other side. I do not know the time she passed away. She did not give me that, but she gave me who she was and how life didn't go the way she wanted. Can anybody take 100% of this person? I need, who can take 100%? Hi, Sabrina. How are you? Who can take 100%? Can be like, okay, I can check that box. I can check that box. I can check that box. So what happens, you guys, is even though we're not sitting in front of each other, we're sitting in front of each other. Our energies are right there. So this person sees that and is saying, hey, let me put a pin in that map right there. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with a little bit more information. Chelsea, can you take can you take the hoop? Can you take the circle, the hoop? Doing wonderful, Sabrina. We're doing a little bit of mediumship right now, so I'm trying to okay, so I have Haley over here. She can't take the alcohol. Um, Chelsea, can you check box every single box? I'm going to give a little bit more information and then we'll move from there. She wants to hand a yellow, a lazy suit, not a lazy Susan. Yeah, no, one of those flowers, the Susan flowers. Yellow with a brown center. What are those called? What are those called? She wants to hand a single flower. And it's not a bouquet, it's a single flower. Because one flower would have been enough. One little bit of acknowledgement would have been enough. Black-eyed Susan, thank you, stars. That's it. I knew it was some kind of Susan. It wasn't a lazy Susan. That's a kitchen thing. Black-eyed Susan, thank you guys. One would have been enough. One little bit of acknowledgement would have made her very, very excited. Who has the piece of costume jewelry? Who has the costume jewelry? So I'm right now, I am between Chelsea and I'm between Haley. Who has the piece of costume jewelry? Or the pearls from the picture? This piece of jewelry that I see, because then she flashes over to the picture as well. I have her jewelry, all of it. I wear her hand down ruby ring. My God, they make this difficult, right? We need something more specific. Not you guys making it difficult. Blue car. She's showing me the blue car again. It's like a blue Ford Fairlane older car. Okay, I have to go with Haley. Haley wins. Because she goes back to those pearls again. She goes back to those pearls again, and Haley's over here says, "I have the pearls and put them on my daughter to wear for her first birthday photos." So, but please don't think, Chelsea, that the one energy doesn't piggyback off or another, and that the message is there for you as well. Okay, when we come that close to information, it's that feeling. You pull that energy to you and say, "I need something," and we we move forward. There's a car somewhere, Haley, in a picture. I feel like a prom, like something she was standing next to. You trust me. There's a picture. You'll find it. You'll be like, wow, look at that. You'll be wowed and amazed. Not with me. It's her information. So, yes, it definitely can be both of you. So the message here is this. Like I said, this is why we do mediumship. We do it for the message. We don't do it for the, oh, look what we can do. It is all about, what are you not reaching for? There is no list, KJ. We go with who Spirit says it's time for a reading. What is it you guys are, what is it? It's like a little bit out of reach. So I'll just pull my hand back. Rather than reach for the incredible, I'll maintain. I can live without that. It's okay. This person does not want you to be just okay. They want you to be amazing. And it's not just for you. It's for the people within your immediate circle. Rising tides raise all ships. I always say that. Rising tides raise all ships. So when you're doing better, the people around you are doing better. But I also have to say, when you're doing better, you're setting an example of what is possible. Not just what is laid in front of you and you're okay. What is possible? And how do you make that happen? Because that right there, always reaching for the new thing and not worrying about the things that get in the way that could be uncomfortable. We learn within that. We learn within the storm. We learn within the uncomfortable. Start reaching for the things that you thought were out of sight or just out of reach, just right there, but not quite. Start reaching for those things. And this person's like, just do a little better than me. That's what we want for our kids. We want our kids to do a little better for us than us. Just reach a little further. I gave this so you could have that. Reach a little farther. Because when you grab a hold of it, you're going to take it and you're like, holy crap, look what I can do now. And then all of a sudden you shoot up, whether it be spiritual or financial or just in self-esteem. Raise one of those things and the rest of them follow. And there's something about a kiss, like right here. It's just a soft little kiss, like right here. It's like a goodbye. And not her kissing you, but you kissing her, like that. I don't know what that is. I've never experienced that before. So I hope I'm bringing that across correctly. But it was like, I don't know if there was a final kiss or like or something like that. I don't know what that is. But she's like, I am so aware of that. I'm so aware of that love and so aware of that feeling of loss. Never alone. Never alone. I hope that makes sense. When she was in the hospital passing over. Yeah, it was like right here on the side of the mouth. It wasn't right here. It was right on the side of the mouth. She's like, oh my gosh, so aware. I hope that's helpful. Yes, I'm learning not to settle for myself and give for myself and not just the kids and others. Thank you. It's in self-esteem. When she was in the hospital passing over, yep, there it was. It makes perfect sense. Perfect. Great. Just know I'm leaving her with love and light for you, and she's never far away. All you have to do is ask for that hug, and it's there. Yes, because she had tubes in the middle of her mouth. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. That's mediumship. That's how we do gallery mediumship online, you guys. We ask for energies to come across for somebody that's here, with us at the moment, and they come across and they bring what they need to bring. And there we go. Right? I'm glad, Haley. I'm glad. Okay. You're local, aren't you? Are you local? We do these in the store. I know, right? I haven't done one in a long time. I haven't been peopling very well. Yeah, I do too, Diana. Love gallery mediumship. All right, guys. I do have to work today. I have to go to the store. Putting bracelets in. There are over 500 new bracelets in the store at this moment. As of tonight, there'll probably be 1,000. So, and then probably over the weekend, there'll be another 1,000 that go in. If you're looking for beaded bracelets, we have them. You can find them at the Mystical Moons. You're in Baton Rouge. We're going to be in Louisiana next year. We'll be down south next year. We'll be in just north of New Orleans. I think we're going to do New Orleans next year. Every year we do a gathering of people that, why the hell would we just meet online when we can meet in person, right? As long as you're not crazy, as long as you're not like serial killer. It could be weird to have two in the same room. No, I'm kidding. Dad jokes. Anyways, that'll probably get me banned on TikTok. You just can't say anything anymore. Okay, whatever. Everybody, I love, you have 3 African turquoise beaded bracelets. They're so, yeah, right? Well, Liz is the one that's put it on with me, Haley. That's right. You know Liz. Yeah, we're coming down that way. Small world. Look, there's spiritual and then there's spiritual, okay? I'm very down to earth spiritual. I cannot help it. I cannot sit around and just feel high on spirit all the time. We have to muggle too. We have to have a sense of humor. All right, everybody. Have a great afternoon. I'm going to go work now. Have a great day. Find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine. Because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he'd say,